What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus ROG Ally gameplay video for you guys today, and today we are going to try Ratchet Clank Rift Apart and see how it does. We're going to try it at 1080p and at 720p, and we'll do FSR, of course, too, with my settings at the end of each. That's the plan anyway, and of course I'm going to try to hook it up to the capture computer, but I can almost guarantee it is not going to work. It's only worked like for 1 or 2 games I've ever done. Maybe 3 or 4, but that's about it. I can't count how many times this works still on one hand. So, don't know what's up with that. Hopefully eventually once it gets some more updates and whatnot, it'll stop with that so I can get some screen recorded gameplay like I did with the rest of the stuff. But for now, it's probably going to be a all camera recorded video again. But I apologize for that, but I'm sure some people might just even like that. So, guess I don't have to apologize. But in any case, let's not waste any more time. Let's go try the capture computer. And either way, let's go have a look at some settings. Well, unfortunately, it looks like we're probably not going to be playing this game. First, it gives me a GPU warning about drivers being out of date. They're up to date as far as they can go, even though they're like way behind. There doesn't seem to be any way to update them to anything higher than they are. But if you hit play or whatever, it acts like it's going to launch, and you know, it'll launch and show you the Sony Interactive screen, but only if you tap the screen, at least on mine unit. Of course, all I can do is say my unit, because I looked on YouTube and a bunch of other people played this game no problem, but mine seems to not want to load. We'll get to maybe the screen where you can hit your profile. But sometimes it won't even let me get to that screen. But then after that, it'll either blue screen, crash. It's done a bunch of different things. All because it doesn't have updated drivers. So I don't know what Asus is doing with this thing, but definitely not a great experience. But I got this right when it came out. So, I mean, I guess I should have seen this coming. But my laptop wasn't this bad. It was actually a great experience for me, like from start to now. I wanted to get a little better temps, but that's about it. So I opened it up and got worse temps, so that was my own fault. But this thing's just been kind of just lame. But like I've said in some of my videos, I think there could just be something wrong with my particular model. Mine might just be a dud. I should probably just send it into Asus and buy a new one, and then when I get it back, just sell it on eBay or something like that. I have no use for 2 of them and a Steam Deck, you know? But yeah, kind of sits here like this for a while. Sometimes it might load your screen with your little profile on it, but most of the time it doesn't even get past this screen. I've tried all sorts of stuff. I've tried messing with the settings and putting everything on low at 720p, and that doesn't really help either. It might let me get to the settings screen, and then it crashes from there. So I don't know if it's a VRAM problem, but it should have enough. I've got it set to 4 gigabytes, because auto, even though everyone says auto is the best, not for me. Auto for me is like, you've got 512. We're going to use 512 for VRAM. I'm like, no, that's terrible. So I had to stop using that, but yeah, as you can see, it seems to just sit here. Doesn't really want to load. I don't know if it's actually going to crash or if it's just going to sit here on this screen, so I guess we'll just set it down for now. No sense in sitting there holding it up this whole time. But on this channel, we show when things mess up, even when the desktop's messed up. They messed up playing that frickin', what was it? Dead Space remake game, still showed that. Same thing like when it messed up and didn't let me play Star Wars Jedi Survivor. But that ended up not being the computer's fault. That was more of the anti-cheat being like, you played on too many computers. Stop playing on so many computers. You can't play on any computers for 24 hours. So it is what it is. But yeah, it doesn't really seem like it's going to do anything. Oh yeah, no, it just froze the whole thing up. So yeah, that's what happens. You can't do anything. You can't even shut it off, so. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not playing Rift Apart on this thing because Asus refuses to ever update it, so that makes it a subpar experience. Kind of pathetic, if you ask me, but hey. Hopefully, eventually, maybe one day it'll be as good as my Steam Deck, but right now, I'm still gonna say my Steam Deck's a better experience. It's just straight up is. I could at least play the game on there. It wasn't the best experience, but at least I could play it. And now my camera's decided I don't want to focus anymore. But anyway, let's go wrap this video on up, I guess. Well, Unfortunately, we could not even test Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart on the Ally because mine refuses to even launch the game properly, no matter what I do. I've tried putting the freaking VRAM up to like 4 gigs. I didn't want to put it up to 8 because that's going to take 8 gigs of your freaking memory from your 16. So that seems like a horrid idea. I figured I went up to 4. It'd be nice if there was a 6 option, something in between. I think that's what I got my Steam Deck at right now. And that seems to do great. I go kind of between that and 4, depending on what type of game it's playing. But I have that cryo bytes on there, which helps do that shit. Pretty nice. But Asus really needs to let you get some GPU drivers, or AMD needs to give us some actual drivers for this thing. I think that's probably 90% of the problem now. It just has horrible, outdated GPU drivers that just can't play anything. At least anything new. Might be able to play some old games, but as you guys see in my videos, mine seems to underperform in like almost every game. The only games it can play is like super old games, like Dark Souls Remastered, for example. It was able to play that and stay at 60 the whole time. But if you try to play anything else, it's like, no, I'm gonna drop on 60 all the time. Like everyone else I see can do just fine. And they get great FPS. So that's why I think mine might just either be a dud, mine needs some drivers, or maybe I just need to stop running it at 25 watts, go in there and do what I do on my laptop and just max everything in Armory Crate out in the wattage and just play like that and get like 20 minutes of battery. But I don't really want to have to do that. It seems like an unrealistic scenario for it. I might as well just plug it in all the time at that rate, you know? But anyway, I'm just a little salty that it didn't work, but hey, sometimes that happens, and until Asus and AMD get on the ball and get this thing some drivers and some more support, I feel like this is just going to keep happening the more new games come out, but it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me fail at trying to play this game. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I still enjoyed making the video for you guys, because even when stuff does not go well, we still show it on this channel. So unless somebody has a workaround for this, please let me know. I will do whatever it takes to be able to play this game and get a video out, but it just wasn't happening right now. I sat here for like probably 20-30 minutes so far just trying to get this thing to work. Didn't happen. But anyway, enough rambling. That's time to end. Till the next video, guys. Peace out.